Hello everybody, Richard here for Vela29 and this is your audio intro to the Daffodils Sportive. So, important to listen because we don't brief you on the start line anymore due to our new processes that are in place to make the event COVID safe. So just on that, if you're on the way to the event, you haven't booked a start slot or filled in a COVID form, red face, I'm afraid, turn around, go home, we cannot accommodate you. Seriously, those things are super important and we cannot have people at the event who we do not having filled in the questionnaire and are turning up at the right time. So, everybody, we sent you time and chips and rider numbers this week in the post. They were part of a pack which had a letter in it telling you all about the event and filling in the COVID form. So, we've realised that people just rip out the letter, read that and put the chip in the bin. Not correct. So, the chip goes on your helmet. It goes on the upper surface of the helmet. It can't go inside because your hair and sweat will destroy it. It has to go on the top of the helmet anywhere. So before you get a wet helmet, stick it on your helmet. Stick the chip on your helmet. Come down to the start line. If you don't have a chip on that, if you think you've lost the chip or for some reason didn't get it, don't panic. We'll sort you out at the start line. Just come down at the correct time. Don't come super early. Don't come flapping. Just come at the correct time that you have booked, and we will stick a chip on your helmet. If you come early, you break our process, and it's pain. So please just come at the appropriate time. So get to the headquarters not more than 30 minutes before your start time, grab a coffee, go get your bike ready and then come to the start line about 3 minutes before you're due to set off. That's perfect. We can form the groups of 6, no more than 6 at any point during the ride, super important. Form the group of 6 and we'll get you away bang on time. If you're running late, we can sort you out. Appreciate that does happen. But again, don't come running over without your bike flapping. Just get ready, come to the start line, wait, we'll set you off as soon as there's a gap. We've got all of this planned. Just come at the correct time if you can. Don't come panicking about other things. Okay, so out on the route, it's going to be wet. I would take a cape, probably some knee warmers, a cap to stop the rain going in your face, to wear under your helmet if you've got one. If you haven't, don't fear, you'll be fine. Skin is waterproof. On the long route though, it is quite high, Blakey Ridge, colder than everywhere, often gets a bit of rain, often gets a bit of wind as well. So it might be cold up there, and in that case, consider that. It's an option to switch to the medium if you haven't got appropriate clothing. Cut-off times at Farndale Feed, 11 o'clock. So if you're there 11 or after, we switch to the medium. That's essential. It's 10 mile an hour. You're not going to get back to the finish before it's dark. And at Hovingham, again, 3 o'clock. You will not be allowed to ride on beyond Hovingham in the event after 3 o'clock. Close the feed, we've got to get out, got to get you back to the headquarters for 5 o'clock. So it'll be minibus back Hovingham after 3. So 10 mile an hour, I think that's acceptable cut-off time for everybody. In terms of feed stops, so grab and go like we have done at our past 2 events, super efficient, works dead well, hygienic, food prepared in the appropriate way. Grab the bag and go, don't hang about. We need to save the space in the refuge for people who might need it. So please, we won't be apologising for booting you on if you've been there more than a few minutes. So toilets if you need them, fill up your water if you wish, grab your food, get on your way. That would help us all out tremendously. There's a closed road sign halfway up Blakey Bank, exactly on the switch point. Now, we've been up today, we've spoken to people, we've been monitoring it all week. It's perfectly rideable. So ride around the closed road sign. Just don't worry about it, it's just for drain works. Keep your eyes open obviously, but no works over the weekend. Just ride around the road closed sign, you'll be totally fine. Go all the way up to the top of Blakey Bank. Medium route riders, it doesn't impact you. Short route riders, doesn't impact you. Long route riders, go around the sign, no problem. Back at the finish, medals ready for you. Grab your own medal. We can't hand them out, but we'll be there to have a chat, of course. Distancing again at the finish. All appropriate, all safe. We've done well at the last 2 events. Let's keep it going. Photos will be available on Sunday at some point. We'll send you a link on where to get those. And the rider data as well will publish on the Ride Timing website before we leave site at 5 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. So we'll send you a link to where to get that as well. So everybody, we can't wait to see you at the event site in Thirsk. It's going to be another great Daffodils, albeit a wet one and albeit not a daffodil in sight. But we won't stop that I won't let that stop us from having a fantastic day. Everybody, thank you for listening / watching, and we will see you on the event site soon.